Hello and welcome to the Count Stackula YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching another one of my videos. Today we're going to take a look at the Gods of Olympus series of coins out of the Perth Mint. Let's get into it. So this release actually started back in 2014, believe it or not. And this is kind of a reproduction of that popular release. And it started with the Zeus coin, which back then was a 2-ounce high relief rimless coin, I think with an antique finish, and it was very popular at the time. I think only 1,500 were minted. So by popular demand, it came back in 2020 as a BU, or business strike release, and that's what we're looking at right now. So it's kind of a reverse proof finish, and quality is pretty much unparalleled when it comes to the Perth Mint. They definitely blew it out of the water, but the design is really what sells this coin. And I think it's just overall composition is incredible, with the clouds in the background and the way that he's holding the lightning bolt staff, the little bird, and yes, of course, Zeus himself with those funny curled dreadlocks and long beard, not to mention his manly musculature. But yeah, I'm not going to go into too much detail because you've probably seen this coin. It's been around, but it is a Tuvalu release, technically, or the country of issue is Tuvalu. And it is 4/9 fine silver with the Queen's effigy, also in that reverse proof type of premium uncirculated finish. So it did really well. I think the mintage on this was 13,500, if I'm not mistaken, or something along those lines. And maybe it's a little bit more. I can't remember. I think it is 13.5, yes. But they did produce a number of antique versions in 1 ounce, and I knew this was going to be a popular release, so I went ahead and I picked up quite a few of the Zeus coins to start off, because I figured, I like the design, it's probably going to do well, and you're never disappointed with the quality of the Perth Mint. They don't milk spot, or at least I haven't seen any milk spot, and to the naked eye, the quality is exceptional. However, if you were to actually get some of these graded, you'd probably get a mixture of 69s and 70s. I don't think you're going to see a whole lot of 68s, but they do have some imperfections if you're looking closely. And I was curious about getting some graded, but back then when I was more interested in modern bullion with grading it, I think there's definitely a market for some of that, but it probably doesn't represent the best investment overall. So let's take a look at the second coin in this series, and that is Poseidon. So the god of the ocean. A very cool depiction. I mean, there's no surprises in this series because we all already saw what they were going to look like with the initial release in 2014, but we didn't exactly know what kind of finish they would come out in and how they would frame it. But we see here another just smash hit it is really a cool looking depiction of Poison on what looks like, to me, some kind of cool surfboard. I'm sure it's a boat of some sort, but yeah, and a chariot pulled by some sort of sea dragons. He's got his iconic trident, and yeah, just amazing detail with the water splashing, even the decoration of the boat. It's very ornate, and even here you still have some interesting looking clouds. So that was also a really awesome looking coin, and I only ended up getting one of those due to issues with I guess popularity and hype surrounding these coins. The Zeus being the first coin, you can often get a deal on the first release because they're testing the market. But once they see that people are flipping them for much more than what they paid for on the secondary market, bullion dealers tend to take a hint very quickly and get in on the action, raise their prices, and it makes it a little bit harder to stack those types of coins. But it's definitely a series I wanted to continue, so I picked up just one. And the next one is Hades. So again, I'm not surprised that people are make fun of this coin, because it does look like he's on his throne. And in terms of throne poses, it definitely looks like a good toilet pose to me. Like he's just finishing up. You know, usually if you look at like Marvel statue throne poses, they're kind of laid back, leaning back on their throne, relaxed, and it doesn't look awkward like this. So, you know, and then there's his wrist, which is just like he's kind of, you know, working hard there, and he's got the company of his dogs. So yeah, this was kind of a funny depiction, but again, we all knew it was coming, so it wasn't any big surprise there. They followed up this series with the feminine gods, and let's take a look at the first in that collection, which would be the Hera. Yeah, so the facial features on some of these characters are a little awkward to me, but when you look at the rest of the design, it definitely makes up for any lack of character. There's just so much detail and ornate depiction within each of the subtle subjects and background that it'll keep you coming back and looking at these coins. I mean, even just the pillars and the room that they portray in the background is enough to, you know, make you investigate a little bit deeper into what is going on. I mean, a lot of engraving going on in these coins, and you got to appreciate that, because it is difficult to do this type of art. Not everybody can do it, so it is something kind of special in my opinion. But let's take a look at the later releases. They definitely didn't get as much attention as the first two, but the female gods are still pretty cool. The goddesses. We have Athena here, and as she's in an action pose, rightly. So again, you look at her face and the way her neck is turned on our body. It just looks a little bit awkward, but it's, you know, it's still worth having, I think. I like completing series like this, even when the coins do kind of go a little bit away from what you would expect with the design. And then finally we have the Aphrodite. And I love this coin. If you can forgive the awkwardness of her facial features, then it is really a special coin. And I definitely was considering getting the 5 ounce in this because I just love dolphins. And you look at this swan, the way they framed her name is pretty exciting. I like the ocean theme, the clouds in the background, the birds, and, you know, all the little details, like she's holding that little hand mirror, really come together and make this a beautiful portrait. So I actually had to go ahead and get a few more of those because I like the design, and I thought they might do well. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of the 5 ounce versions of this. Actually, I only have one, and that is the Zeus, the first in the series. I definitely got caught up in the hype and went ahead and picked this up. But at the time, yeah, actually, I guess if you're going to buy a coin like this that's high premium, it's best to get it early on. There was some issues with this, but it definitely went up in value since the initial purchase price that I paid for it. But it has been difficult. I think at one time I tried to sell this because I did pick up 2, and that's what I mean by saying I kind of got up into the hype here. Why I bought 2 high premium modern bullion 5 ounce coins is a little bit of a mystery even to myself, but I guess I just like the design, and I figured, you know, I'd sell one maybe to get the next one in the series. It just didn't work out that way, but it is a fantastic, nice chunky coin to have. And you know what, if you're interested in one of these, definitely hit me up on my Instagram, send me a DM. It's not listed on eBay anymore. Mine is not technically, but if you are interested, hit me up with a reasonable offer, and maybe we can work out a deal. That would be cool. So since I have 2, I don't really need 2. But yeah, this is also the 5 ounce box that I or the box that I keep my 5 ounce coins in, my 3D printed design. I have it labeled here, 5 ounce Perth coins. This holds a couple of other coins from the different series. And this one is interesting for those who appreciate more, you know, of the older numismatics that are out there. This will fit your old ANACS coins, and this is the small Soapbox ANACS coins, and I only have one, but actually I guess we'll go ahead and feature it right now. This is my first year Indian head quarter gold piece, the 1908, and I got it in MS62. The interesting thing about the old ANACS Soapbox coins is that you know, nowadays people may not take ANACS so seriously, but back in the day they were the only option, and they actually graded pretty fairly, pretty honestly, and sometimes they undergraded. This, I think, might be an example of one of those undergrades, because I think it definitely has potential to upgrade, although I definitely think it's strong for the grade. So I am interested in numismatics. I do collect more old coins as well as bullion. We'll get to many of that on the channel as we progress. However, I'm still somewhat new to it, and yeah, I don't have a whole lot to show, but this box will fit your Soapbox holders, your old ANACS small graded coins, and you can pick those up using the links in the description down below. So that is all I have to show for you today, and I want to thank you so much for watching one of my videos. And please, shoot some comments down at the in the comment section down below. This is a new channel, and I'm definitely trying to grow the subscriber base and get some more interactivity going on. And I definitely appreciate your thoughts. Would love to hear how we can, what direction we should go in with this channel. For now, we'll be featuring a lot of my bullion that I have that I find interesting, and we'll go from there. So again, please like, share, subscribe, comment. I'll see you on the next one. Count Stackula, over and out.